Hello everyone, welcome back to Ethereal Guidance. I hope you all are doing well. In today's pick a card reading, we are going to be looking at what will happen if you take action on your dreams. So I have three groups for you to choose from. We have pile number 1 with the amethyst, pile 2 with the desert rose, and pile number 3 with the smoky quartz. So feel free to pause the video if you need more time to meditate on the piles. As always, the timestamps are in the description box below, and I will see you all in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. If you chose this amethyst crystal, then this is going to be your reading where we are looking at what will happen if you take action on your dreams. So let's go ahead and get into this. As I'm initially tapping into your energy, I keep being shown a bus, like a tour bus. So I don't know, some of you may be like wanting to be a musician of some sort. Obviously you don't have to. That's just kind of what I'm being shown, like a tour bus, or there might be travel involved with whatever you're dreaming about, whatever your dream is. There might be travel involved for some of you as well. And I was also being shown like a movie, and Spirit was telling me that this journey of you chasing after your dreams is going to be like a movie. Or it's like, depending on what your dream is, it could even potentially be that you become like renowned in some way, and there may be a movie made about you in the future, is also a message that I was getting. And of course that's really kind of dependent on what your dream actually is, because I know it's different for all of you, but that's kind of like the initial energy that I'm picking up. Or it's just like I said, it's going to be like a movie. It's going to feel like a movie, you chasing after your dreams. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into your tarot, and then we're going to get into your oracle cards. So Spirit, please tap me into pile number 1's energy. What will happen if pile number 1 takes action on their dreams? What will happen if pile 1 takes action on their dreams? So we have the 2 of Cups. So I'm initially hearing like soul's mission, soul's purpose with this 2 of Cups coming out. Because the 2 of Cups can really speak of being really connected to, it could be another person, but it can also be feeling really connected with what you're doing, what you're putting your time and energy into. We have the Star. What will happen if pile 1 takes action? We have the Knight of Cups. What will happen if pile 1 takes action on their dream, Spirit? We have the 10 of Pentacles. What will happen if pile number 1 takes action? And we have the 8 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have the 8 of Wands. And under that, the 6 of Wands. Wow. Okay, pile number 1. So like I was saying with this 2 of Cups being here, this is a card of feeling really connected to either someone or something. So I feel like for a lot of you, like this dream that you have is part of your soul's mission or your soul's purpose. It's like there's nothing you can do to like stop feeling drawn to whatever this is. It's just something that it feels almost like it's a part of you, you know? This dream that you have, I feel like is something that you're really meant to pursue in this lifetime. I feel like it's something that your soul really came here to pursue, to experience. And, you know, for some of you, we do have the Knight of Cups here. For some of you, pursuing this path, especially if you're single, pursuing this path or this dream might actually really lead you to a soulmate, a soul connection being here, someone that you could really build a life with and build a family with if that's what you want. I am seeing that, especially for those of you who are single. For those of you who are in a healthy, committed relationship, I see your partner being really supportive of your dreams and of your path. and like kind of just like cheering you on, you know, being in your corner the whole time. Now with the star being here, this is, it's, first of all, it's hope, it's healing, right? Having faith in something, like having faith in your dreams, having faith in what you're wishing for in life. But this can also be a card of sort of being recognized, being in the public eye in some capacity. And we did, like I said, on the bottom of the deck, have that Six of Wands under the Eight of Wands. And the Six of Wands really speaks of that, you know, victorious energy, being celebrated, you know. So I feel like for many of you, your dream has something to do with being in the public eye in some way or being known in some way. And I feel like by you pursuing this path and pursuing this dream, you are going to reach a very high level of success and recognition. I do see that for many of you, if it makes sense for your dream, you will be in the public eye in some capacity, okay? And I feel like even with this Knight of Cups being here, because this is a very kind of like daydreamy, watery sort of energy. You can see on the card, he's just sitting back on the tree and just daydreaming. I kind of feel like you will be in the public eye and you will have a lot of people kind of like crushing on you. Excuse me, crushing on you. I'm being shown like Justin Bieber. Like, you remember when Justin Bieber was like first coming out when he was a teenager, and he was just like this insane heartthrob that all the teenage girls were just gushing over. And they even had a term for it called Bieber fever. I'm being shown like that kind of a thing. Now, I'm not saying that you're necessarily going to reach that level of recognition in that sense, but there's something about that coming through here where I feel like people are just really going to admire you, pile number one, for whatever you're doing. Like I said, if it makes sense for you to be in the public eye with this dream, I just feel like people will really be very drawn to you, and potentially kind of gushing over you in certain ways. So also, the Knight of Cups is about pursuing what your heart is calling you towards. I feel a sense of peace, pile number one, with this path. And that's not to say that this is an easy one, okay? That's not at all what I'm saying. I feel like as you pursue this path, you chase after your dreams, I feel like you will find more peace within yourself. And I'll get to that even more so with the Eight of Swords here. But there's like this sense of peace that I feel like you will reach in this path of you pursuing your dreams, where it's just like you can sit back, you can relax, and you can fully enjoy your life, and you can enjoy being or like stepping into your life's purpose is what I'm feeling. But yeah, once again, I do feel like you might have a lot of suitors or a lot of people crushing on you, possibly, pile number one. Now with the Ten of Pentacles being here, you know, this could really speak of financial success, financial gain, okay, you being in a really prosperous place. But this is also about family and legacy. So like I said, some of you might meet like a soulmate of some sort or a life partner of some sort by you pursuing your dream, by you chasing after your dream. And this may be someone that you start a family with and you're able to leave some kind of a legacy. For others of you, you may already have a family, right? And you're kind of leaving behind a legacy by you chasing after this dream. This can also speak of like familial wealth as well. So I'm seeing that, you know, as you pursue this dream, or when you pursue this dream, you're going to be able to accumulate wealth that will kind of set up your descendants for a very, very good life, pile number one. Of course, that's if you want to have children. But if not, I just see you in a really, really good financial position that is going to not only benefit you, but also your loved ones. And, you know, like I said, this could even lead you to your partner, your life partner, as well as children, if that is what you want. Now, with the Eight of Swords being here, you know, this is a card of like being in a mental prison, right? This is overthinking, overanalyzing, and kind of being stuck in analysis paralysis. And what I'm being told with this Eight of Swords being here, at the very end, it feels like this is an energy that you're going to release. So this might be something that you're currently struggling with in regards to chasing your dream. You may be stuck in analysis paralysis, this daydreamy energy. You may think about this dream a lot. You may daydream about pursuing this dream a lot. But there's not much action being taken with this Eight of Swords because you're kind of stuck analyzing the pros and cons, or you're feeling fearful of failing. I am hearing that a fear of failure is coming through for some of you as well. But it just feels like this energy is your current energy regarding this dream of yours, where you're just stuck, not taking much action or any action at all, but you're definitely thinking about it. But the Eight of Swords is also a card of like, you have the ability, you have the power to get yourself out of this energy. You have that power. This is not something that it's not an external force keeping you stuck. It's really just you. It's your mind. You may be a very logical thinker, pile number one, and so that might be part of the reason why it's hard for you to take action. But there's also this watery side to you with this Knight of Cups being here, especially if you're someone that daydreams a lot. Like, there's definitely a watery kind of energy to you. But I think when it comes to taking action, you may be kind of stuck in your logical mind rather than your like creative and emotional side. So I feel like once you do take action, I feel like first of all, I feel like with this Eight of Wands being here and the Six of Wands, I feel like you might reach success pretty quickly because the Eight of Wands is a very, very fast moving energy. But I also just feel like, as far as this Eight of Swords energy, this overthinking energy, this fear of failure energy will kind of dissolve really quickly, I feel, once you do start taking action, pile number one, towards this dream. Because like I said, I feel like it's part of your soul's purpose with this Two of Cups. There's something that is like, you're connected to this dream, to this pathway in some way. So I just feel like any kind of fear or doubt that you may have had is just going to quickly dissolve. And I do feel like for many of you, like I said, you probably will reach success pretty quickly. Which is always really nice to hear. I feel like for many of you, your biggest hurdle is probably just yourself, your mind, and that logical kind of analysis paralysis thinking. I feel like for most of you, that's probably your biggest hurdle here. So let's go ahead and get into your oracle cards now. Pile number one. We're going to see what will happen if you pursue your dreams. So you have a win-win outcome is forecast, full moon in Libra. I love that this is coming out because this is really honing in on the fact that you will be successful by you taking proactive action and by you following your dreams and following your heart, pile number one. Like, you can't go wrong here with a win-win outcome is forecast. Even if, say, like, you decide to take a very specific path and you get to a certain point where you want to veer off into a different direction, it doesn't matter. You're going to achieve success and recognition no matter what. A win-win outcome is forecast. I almost feel like this is something that it just feels like it's meant for you, pile one. It just feels like it's meant for you with this Two of Cups. It just feels like it's something that belongs to you. It's your birthright to go after this dream and achieve success. And if I'm being very honest, I feel like there's not a lot of like blockages in terms of this path and you chasing this dream other than yourself, that Eight of Swords energy, that overthinking, that being stuck in analysis paralysis, I feel like that's probably your biggest hurdle, pile number one. So I love that this is coming out because I feel like this is just reassuring you that like, no matter what happens, like, you're going to be successful, like, you're going to achieve what you're setting out to do, pile one. I absolutely love that. And this is like such a balanced state, it's Libra energy with the scale. So I feel like this path is very just balanced. And once again, I feel like it's going to bring you like a sense of peace within yourself because it's going to dissolve this Eight of Swords, this overthinking, this being stuck within yourself. That is going to dissolve here, and you're going to find a more harmonious state of being within yourself and within your mind. So this is wonderful, wonderful, pile one. No matter what happens, you will reach success. So that's beautiful. And I feel like spirit is just trying to give you that reassurance, like this is meant for you. This dream is meant for you. There's a reason why you're dreaming about this, and why your heart is calling you towards this, because this is your path. This is what you're meant to do. This is what you're meant to pursue. So of course a win-win outcome is forecast. Of course, like nothing can go wrong in the grand scheme of things. That's not to say that you won't have certain challenges or setbacks. I mean, that's a part of life, but I feel like the overall outcome here of you reaching that pivotal moment of success is destined for you, pile number one. So that's very, very beautiful. We also have hedgehog with trust. This is a reminder that even if you feel that others do not understand you or get what you are doing, it is no excuse to curl up and hide. Sure, you may need a little bit of space right now, but the world needs your gifts. You are more than worthy. That's beautiful. I love that. Trust. I feel like this is really about you trusting in yourself. Excuse me, pile one. My throat is like crazy today. But I really feel like this is referencing like you really trusting in yourself, you having faith in yourself and in your abilities. I feel like for some of you, there may be this perception that what you're wanting to pursue is not going to be received well by other people. I do feel like for some of you, there's this fear of failure with whatever you're wanting to pursue, what you're dreaming of. I don't know, it might be that you feel like you're not skilled enough or talented enough, or you just have a fear of failure. So this is really about you having faith and trust in yourself. And I feel like when you do pursue this path and you do pursue this dream, like I said, this 8 of Swords is going to dissolve and you're going to have more faith and trust in yourself. Once again, bringing in that energy of balance within yourself. I just feel like overall your well-being is going to improve, pile number one, when you do take action and you do pursue this dream. Like, you're going to have so much faith and trust in yourself for believing in yourself to take those first steps, I just feel like you're going to look back, once you get to that point of success with this dream, I just feel like you're going to look back and you're going to feel so proud of yourself for conquering the overthinking, the analysis paralysis, the fear. You're just going to feel so proud. And also what's really standing out to me is the world needs your gifts. You are more than worthy. I feel like that really speaks for itself, pile number one. But once again, I feel like spirit is really honing in on the fact that this is your purpose. This is something that you came here to do, something that you came here to experience. And the world needs your gifts. The world needs your knowledge. The world needs whatever it is that you're offering with this dream. This is something that you are meant to put out into the world, and it will definitely be received very, very well. Pile number one, you are more than worthy of this dream. Like I said, it's meant for you. Okay. So some of you may also struggle feeling worthy of this dream, worthy of this success that may come from this. And spirit is saying you are more than worthy. That is why there's a win-win outcome forecasted for this dream, because you are meant to reach that point of recognition, of success, of acclaim. Very beautiful energy, pile. Excuse me, pile one. I keep having to clear my throat, so I'm wondering if there's a throat chakra blockage within this group in some way. Let me just take a sip of water really quick, pile one. Okay, sorry about that, pile one. Yeah, some of you, there may be like a throat chakra blockage within this group. There may be like a fear of really speaking your mind or speaking your truth, or just expressing yourself in the way that you're wanting to. That might also be something that's going on here with you, pile number one. And if that's the case, by you pursuing this dream, that throat chakra is going to open up. That blockage will be released. So let's see what else we have here for you. We have the mountains. So this is about an enemy of some sort, or like a hurdle or a blockage. And like I said, I feel like for you, pile number one, your biggest hurdle is yourself, your mind, right? Your logical thinking, analysis paralysis, kind of energy over here with the Eight of Swords. So I feel like your biggest hurdle is definitely going to be any kind of fear that you may have, or just analyzing things in action. Like that's the biggest thing that's coming through here for you, pile number one. Like I'm being shown a literal pathway, a literal road, where at the very front of the road there's a roadblock, but the rest of the road is completely clear. So it just feels like there's just this initial hurdle, this initial block of getting started, and then from there it's just smooth sailing, pile one. Like that's what I'm being shown here. So I feel like for most of you, this path is actually not going to be as difficult as maybe you're thinking it's going to be. And I feel like, especially for those of you who feel like your work or whatever you're putting out into the world isn't going to be received well, I feel like that is just all in your head. It's all that overthinking, because I feel like you have the skills, you have the knowledge, you have what it takes, pile one. It's just, you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself, and you have to put your best foot forward and just take that initial action. And once you take that action, pile number one, and you fully commit to this path, Eight of Wands to the Six of Wands. Like this is quick success. This is fast success, pile one. I can't like express it enough, So yeah, that's your biggest hurdle here, I feel. What do I want to do next? Let's do your soul's purpose. With this card, I asked Spirit, is there anything else that you need to know about pursuing your dream? So you guys have time to decide. Make a decision based on your heart's true desires. Yeah. That rings true, doesn't it? It's time to decide. Like I said, I feel like a lot of you are kind of stuck in analysis paralysis and overthinking and thinking of like everything that can go wrong rather than everything that can go right, So Spirit is saying it's time for you to decide. It's time for you to, commit to this path. If this is what your heart is pulling you towards, it's time to commit to it. It's time to take action. No more just lollygagging around, pile number one. Spirit is really telling you to get a move on it. Stop being indecisive and follow your heart's true desires, because there's a reason why your heart is calling you towards this path. There's a reason why you feel so drawn to it. There's a reason why you're constantly thinking about it, daydreaming about it. Like that's happening for a reason. You're not crazy, okay? It's a reason why you're constantly thinking about this dream. It's because you're meant to pursue it. You're meant to be successful by pursuing this dream. So Spirit wants you to stop being indecisive with this card coming through here. It's time to decide. It's time to get a move on, pile number one. So we're going to take a look at your last two tea leaves here. Look at that. We have Wheel with indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. Yeah, once again, that's going well with that Eight of Swords and time to decide. I don't need to talk about this much more. I've been saying the same thing already. It's time for you to get a move on. And you also have Stork, news of a birth or a new business opportunity. Beautiful. So for some, this could be a business that you're trying to start or pursue. You're birthing something. I'm seeing like the Empress energy with this. You're creating something. You're bringing something into the world. And like I said, that's going to be different for all of you. All of you have different dreams. But also with Stork being here, like I was saying, by you pursuing this dream, you may meet like a soulmate. You may start a family. So that's also kind of honing in on that. And once again, I feel like this is also really referencing your ability to create generational wealth for your descendants if you end up having children. So yeah, if not, this is just you creating something, you birthing something into the world, something that I feel like is going to really represent your soul. It's like your soul being put into something in the 3D, if that makes sense, is what I'm hearing. It's like the most authentic version of you, who you are on a soul level, you kind of alchemizing that and putting it into something that you're able to put into the 3D world for other people to experience. It's very beautiful. it's like an extension of you is what I'm trying to say. It's an extension of you. Whatever this dream is, it's an extension of you, and it's going to be very well received. But I know how scary that can be, because it's almost like putting your heart out on the line, you know, for scrutiny and for criticism. You know, that's scary for sure. But I think you're overthinking it a little bit, pile number one, and you don't realize how well received whatever this dream is going to be in the public, and how much peace this is going to bring, and how much faith and how proud you're going to feel of yourself for going after this dream and for achieving this dream. Like I said, this is meant for you. A win-win outcome is forecast. Like I just feel like nothing can go wrong. Like nothing can get in the way of you achieving this dream other than yourself, pile number one. So yes, I'm going to go ahead and leave this here for you, pile number one. I do hope that this reading was helpful and that it resonated for you. If it did, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye! Hi, pile two. If you chose this desert rose, then this is going to be your reading, where we are looking at what will happen if you take action on your dreams. So let's go ahead and jump straight into this, pile number two. As I was initially tapping into your energy, I was shown a pair of cowboy boots for some reason. I don't know if you guys wear cowboy boots or you want a pair of cowboy boots or something like that. But then I was being told it's like merchandise. So for some of you, this dream of yours may lead to you having like your own merchandise in some way, your own merch. So like, for example, if you have, or if you want to start a business, right, you may have your business name on a t-shirt and you sell those t-shirts, or like a hat, you know, like there's something about that coming through for some of you. You may end up making merchandise after you pursue this dream. So that's very interesting. I don't know why Spirit showed me cowboy boots, but that might be confirmation for someone here. I was also hearing vacation. So I feel like this dream may require quite a bit of work, pile number two, in the sense that it just requires work. Not that there's necessarily going to be like a whole lot of challenges. I don't know yet. We're going to get into your tarot and see, but it just might require a lot of time and effort to make your dream work. So I see kind of once you get whatever this is off the ground, or once you kind of get settled into this path, you're going to have a really nice, well-deserved vacation. And I was also hearing like you'll have more control or more freedom to take vacations when you want, by you pursuing this dream for some of you as well. But yeah, that definitely came through. And I don't know, some of you may be like working while you're on vacation, or like you may be able to work remotely for some of you as well, is what I'm being shown. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into your tarot now. I know that's not going to resonate with everyone because that's kind of specific, but for pile number two, please Spirit, please tap me into pile number two's energy. What will happen if pile two takes action on their dreams, please? What will happen if pile two? So we have the Seven of Cups. What will happen if pile two takes action? We have the Ten of Pentacles. So there's a lot of options, or there will be a lot of options opening up to you, pile number two. I'm hearing you're going to be in spaces that you never thought you would be in, or you would be surrounded by people that you never thought you would be surrounded by. For pile two, we have Judgment. What will happen if pile two takes action on their dreams? We have the Eight of Wands. Let's get one more. What will happen if pile two takes action on their dreams? And we have, beautiful, the Ten of Cups. I love that. Okay. bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Wands. That is fantastic. Okay. So pile number 2, whoops, what will happen if you take action on your dreams? So starting with the Seven of Cups, this is a card of options, okay? This is a card of having a lot of different pathways that are open to you. So what I was initially feeling is like, by you pursuing this dream, by you taking this path, I feel like you're going to have a lot of like doors opening up for you, a lot of options that you didn't necessarily have before. And now what I was feeling with this specifically, this has a lot to do with your lifestyle. Okay, so I'm hearing a different tax bracket. And we do have the Ten of Pentacles here, which can really speak of financial success and abundance. So I was feeling like you will have a lot of options in terms of your lifestyle. So like, for example, you will be able to afford a house that you never thought you would be able to afford, or a car that you never thought you would be able to afford. You'll be able to go to expensive restaurants and dine, have luxury experiences. You'll be able to afford things that you just never thought that you'd have access to, is what I'm feeling with this Seven of Cups. Like there's just so many different things that are now available to you because you've reached a certain level of specifically financial success. Now, you know, the financial success might look a little bit differently for all of you. I'm not necessarily saying all of you are going to turn into multimillionaires, although it could happen for sure. It definitely could. I'm seeing 555 on the clock as I say that, which is about change. So I definitely feel like your life is going to go through a significant change, pile number 2, by you pursuing this dream. You are going to have so many different things available to you that you just probably never thought that you'd have access to. There's something so exclusive, is what I'm hearing, about this path, or about where you're going to end up from this path. Like I was saying, you're going to be in rooms that you never thought you would be in, or you're going to be surrounded by people that you never thought you'd be surrounded by in some capacity. And I think it just has a lot to do with the fact you're going to be in a very good place financially. So you're going to have access to these things. And I feel like you're going to go through a point where you're really enjoying that. You know, you're really enjoying the 3D, the material world. You're spending a bag on a pair of new shoes. You're buying that luxury car, or that brand new house. I feel like you're gonna do a lot of that, especially when you're first getting or seeing like financial success from this dream. And also Ten of Pentacles can speak of like family and generational wealth as well. So you may even be kind of like the catalyst for generational wealth within your bloodline, within your familial line. So that's also coming through with that Ten of Pentacles coming through. You may even open the doors for your family to experience things that they've never been able to experience, or never thought they would be able to experience, you know? So like, for example, like, you may be able to take your parents or your grandparents on a trip that they never thought that they would be able to afford, and you're able to provide that for them. Like, that's coming through. Like, you're going to be able to take very good care of your loved ones. And if you end up having children, you're going to be able to set up that generational wealth, you know, that will kind of extend into your descendants. So yeah, there's this feeling of like opening doors, not only for yourself, but for your loved ones, for your family. So that's also really, really amazing. With the Judgment here though, you know, I feel like there's going to come a point within this journey, within this path, where you're kind of sitting back and you're kind of reflecting on everything that you have, everything that you've been doing, the things that you have been splurging on, or yeah, there's something about that coming through here where, like I said, I feel like you're going to initially spend a lot of time kind of nurturing your material world, you know, buying the things you were never able to buy, and just really nurturing the material world, which isn't a bad thing at all. I feel like you're going to reach a point where it's like you earned this, you deserve to experience this. But with Judgment here, this is a spiritual awakening, and this can also be a card of reflection. This is a very kind of like, if you're looking at the imagery on this specific card, it feels very peaceful. Just sitting here and just reflecting and connecting with the divine. So I feel like there's going to be a point in this journey where you kind of sit back and you reflect on everything that you've just achieved, all of the things that you've been able to experience. And I feel like you're going to move into a point where you're not so much kind of leaning on the material world and nurturing the material world, but you're more so nurturing the emotional aspects of life, the things that bring you true joy and happiness. And I am being drawn to the fact that, on this particular card, there's a depiction of a marriage ceremony happening here. So, this could be nurturing more time with family, with friends, in a way where it's like you're not splurging a bunch of money, it's just togetherness, I guess, that's bringing you a sense of joy and a sense of happiness here. I feel like you're going to move from a point where you're just spending money to spend money, and you're going to get to a point where that's not really fulfilling you anymore. So you're going to move towards things that bring you more meaning and more happiness in life. And this comes from like a sort of spiritual awakening or ascension happening where, it could be that you sell your luxury mansion to move into a little beach house in Costa Rica or something, and you're spending more time with the divine and with your spiritual practices and finding what truly gives you happiness, what truly gives you that feeling of the 10 of Cups, I feel like you're going to have the opportunity to do that as well. And I think it's because you're going to already have this comfortability with this 10 of Pentacles financially, where you can really kind of divert your attention to what truly is like the meaning of life for you, pile number 2. What truly gives you that sense of happiness and fulfillment. And of course, that's going to look different for all of you. But I do see that there's going to be a pivotal point in this journey after you've reached a certain point of success and you've explored that you're going to kind of sit back and reflect and think, what is like truly going to give me happiness? Like, what does that mean for me? And I think that's really beautiful, So there's something about where it's like, you may go through a period of time where it's not that you're necessarily bragging about your money. It's just that you're enjoying it, right? You're really enjoying the fruits of your labor. And then it kind of feels like you go through a process, a spiritual awakening that kind of humbles you a little bit. And I feel like it's welcomed, It's not like there's this drastic pivotal moment that forces you to go through this experience. I feel like this is something that you bring in because I feel like the freshness and the newness of this new money, is kind of going to wear off, and it kind of gets boring and stale. So then you kind of move in to this space where you're like, okay, what really brings me happiness? What is the true meaning of happiness for me? So I do feel like that's kind of what's happening. The 8 of Wands being here, though, this is a very fast-paced, moving energy. So I kind of feel like this spiritual awakening and this transition from focusing on your material world to focusing more on your emotional happiness, I feel like this is a process that's going to happen pretty quickly. Not that, like, what I mean by that is like from the moment that you kind of start analyzing things and sitting back and being like, splurging all this money isn't that fulfilling to me. From that point forward, I feel like things are going to move very quickly in terms of you trying to figure out what is truly giving you happiness. So yeah, that's what I meant by that. And, once again, we did have that 6 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, which is indicative of victory, success, recognition. So I do feel like by you pursuing your dreams, pile number 2, you will definitely see success and recognition. And it's definitely going to open up a whole new world for you. But I do feel like there's kind of like layers to this, you know? So let's go ahead and get into your oracle cards now. So you guys have Hold Your Vision, Fixed Moon. Okay. So Hold Your Vision is really a card of like literally holding your vision. Like you have your sights set on something and you're unwavering in that. So I honestly feel like Spirit is kind of saying two things. For one, this dream that you have, hold on to it. Okay? Be unwavering in it. Don't let anything or anyone try and make you feel like this is a path that won't be successful or anything like that. Hold your vision, okay? If there's something that you're wanting to pursue, hold tightly to that, pile number 2. And I also feel like this energy, it's like a grounded energy. It's making me think of pentacle energy. And of course the candle went out. But like I was saying, it's making me think of like pentacle energy, a very grounded, secure, stable energy. It's making me think that this success and this financial stability that's coming in is like, it's there, like, I want to say forever, but it's like, it's not something that you're going to lose just as quickly as you get it, you know? It's something, there's something so secure in this path, pile number 2, that I feel like once you reach a certain level of success, like you're going to stay there, you know? I'm hearing you're not a one-hit wonder. So of course you don't have to pursue music if that's not what you want to do. It's just that energy of like, once you reach a certain level of success, like you're not going to fall off of that. You know, there's something so secure in this. So that's also really, really nice to hear. I feel pile number 2, that this is something that is not going to just leave as quickly as it came, you know? Now, of course, I will say, you know, you still have to be smart with your money. So of course, I feel like you're going to go through a period where you're really enjoying this new tax bracket, you know, but also don't forget to be smart about it. But yeah, I feel like there's a sense of security and stability in this path, in this dream of yours, pile number 2. So we also have Coyote with Playfulness. This is a reminder to not take things too seriously and bring more balance between wisdom and playfulness. You might need to lighten up about a matter that has been on your mind for a while. Okay. So I do honestly feel like by you pursuing this path, by you pursuing this dream and taking action on this dream, you know, you will find that sense of you will find success, but I do feel like you're going to find this sense of playfulness within life again, especially in this kind of beginning stage where you're really like enjoying the fruits of your labor and you're able to spoil yourself and your loved ones and you're experiencing all these new pathways that are now opened up to you. There is going to be a sense of playfulness and lightheartedness, I feel, that will come into your life, pile number 2. And I'm being drawn back to that energy of like the vacation, like that I was speaking of earlier, of like you being able to just like enjoy downtime, you know, you being able to enjoy just the lighter side of life is what's coming through here. But also I feel like, you know, if you're someone that's just like overthinking things right now, kind of just being stuck within your own mind, thinking about things, Spirit is saying you need to lighten up a little bit, okay? Spirit's saying it's not that serious. In terms of like you taking action, like if you feel called to do something, then you should do it. There's a reason you're feeling called to it, you know? Hold your vision. Don't let it go, you know? Some of you may already be taking action on this thing I'm hearing. Maybe you're wondering if you should continue or if you should take a different type of action or move to the next level in this thing. Spirit is saying yes, but like chill, you know? Like not everything has to be so serious all the time, you know? So don't forget to have fun. Don't forget to kind of enjoy the moment and enjoy like the more playful side of this path, pile number 2. But yeah, also I just feel like your life is just going to feel a lot more playful and a lot lighter. And I feel like you'll be able to experience more of the lighter and fun things in life, especially while you're on vacation, pile two. So that's really nice. So let's see what else. We have the heart, which is about joy. So that's very, very nice. I feel like you're definitely going to feel very fulfilled by pursuing this. But like I said, I do feel like you're going to get to a point where you're like, okay, what is truly going to bring me happiness in this life? Like, I feel like things will kind of get boring after a while. Like, after you're kind of spending your money on things and doing things, like, you're going to get to a point where it's like, okay, what is truly going to bring me joy in life? And I feel like you will find that through this journey, through you pursuing this dream here, pile number 2. So yes, you will experience more playfulness, more joy in your life, just a more overall lighthearted energy, I feel, pile number 2. So let's take a look at this card here. I asked Spirit, what do you need to know about pursuing your dream, about taking action towards your dream here? And you guys got teaching. You inspire young people to learn. So some of you may be wanting to teach in some capacity. You may want to be a teacher. Obviously, you don't have to. I feel like this is really speaking to the fact that, whatever this dream is, you are going to inspire, I'm hearing, the next generation. Something about that is coming through. Or you're just going to inspire people with whatever it is that you're pursuing here. Like I said, like, you may actually want to literally teach in some way, or like be a counselor in some way. But I feel like whatever you're pursuing here is really going to inspire the next generation. But also I feel like if you have children, or if you have children in the future, I feel like you are going to be inspirational to them, to your offspring, to your descendants, and teaching them how to pursue their own dreams, and kind of guiding them to do the same here. That's a very beautiful energy. You inspire young people to learn. I feel like people will definitely look up to you in some way, pile number 2, depending on what you're doing. Like, people are going to look up to you, especially the younger generation. It's like they're looking up to you and they're like, I want to be like pile 2. I want to do what pile 2 is doing. And I honestly kind of feel like for some of you, you might be paving the way. Like, you might be doing something a little bit different, or doing things differently from how they're typically done. And there's something so like people are just going to gravitate towards it, the way that you're doing things. Because it feels different, it feels fresh, it feels new, it feels inspirational, motivational. There's something about that coming through, pile number 2. So I think also that's part of the reason why Spirit wants you to kind of lighten up with this playfulness card, because you're going to inspire. But in order for you to inspire, you have to not take things so seriously all the time. You know what I mean? People are really drawn to that playful, lighthearted energy, especially young people. So that might also be the reason why Spirit is encouraging you to lighten up a little bit if you struggle with that for some of you. But yeah, that's really, really amazing energy. So let's take a look at your last 2 cards, your tea leaves here. So you guys have younger woman, dealings or relationship with a younger woman. So with this card here, you may meet a younger woman who's really significant in this journey. Could even be, for those of you who are attracted to women, could be like a future spouse. But also what I was initially hearing with this card is regardless of your gender, you may be quite young for achieving the success that you're going to achieve in whatever you're trying to do, if that makes sense. So for example, you may become a millionaire before the age of 30, right? And that's quite young, for becoming a millionaire like that, especially in whatever you're trying to do. It may be unheard of that you're reaching that level of success for your age. So there's something about that coming through here as well. And this could also be referencing for those of you who want children in the future, you may have a little girl that really takes after you, I'm hearing. She might want to follow in your footsteps. For those of you who want children, she might really want to follow in your footsteps, and you might like teach her the way. So yeah, that could be a lot of different things. And we also have Tulip with great passion. So I do feel like you're going to find a great sense of passion in pursuing this path. You're going to find what lights your heart up, what lights your soul up. And it might be different from what you initially thought it would be. You know, you might have thought, you know, once you have a certain amount of money and you're able to afford certain things, that would bring you happiness. But then as you're experiencing that, you realize that your happiness actually lies somewhere else. Like, I feel like that's something that may happen for you, pile number 2. But overall, you're going to have a great sense of passion for what you're doing, for chasing after this dream. It's really going to light your soul on fire, pile number 2. And I think that's such a beautiful energy. There's great passion here. Such a sense of fire, you know. And I think that's what's kind of drawing you to this path here. And Spirit is saying, don't give up, hold your vision, keep going. Especially for those of you who have already started taking action. Maybe, you know, like I said, you're wondering if you should continue. Yes, you should. Absolutely. If that's something that you're wondering. And if you haven't gotten started, you need to get started, pile number 2. Be unwavering in this, like I said. So I am going to go ahead and leave this here for you, pile 2. I do hope that this reading was helpful and that it resonated with you. If it did, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye! Hi, pile 3. If you chose this smoky quartz, then this is going to be your reading, where we are looking at what will happen if you take action towards your dreams. So let's go ahead and get into this. As I was initially tapping into your energy, pile number 3, I was being shown like a diner. So I don't know, some of you may want to get into like cooking, a chef. Maybe some of you want to open your own restaurant or make cooking videos, make a cookbook. Of course, that's not going to resonate with all of you. That's just for confirmation for someone here, I feel. But the fact that I was being shown a diner, like an old school, old-fashioned diner, it's making me think that whatever your dream is, pile number 3, you may be taking inspiration from the past and kind of spinning it and modernizing it in a way, but also still keeping the integrity of where it came from. That may also resonate for some of you here. Yeah, taking inspiration from the past in some way. Or there's something kind of retro about what you're doing. Or what you're wanting to do, what you're wanting to pursue. Like the style might be a little bit retro, or the aesthetic for some of you as well. And of course, only take it if it resonates, because it's very specific. That's just what I was initially being shown. So yeah, let's go ahead and go ahead and get into your tarot, pile number 3, and then we're gonna get into your oracle cards. Spirit, please tap me into pile number 3's energy. Pile number 3. What will happen if, okay, we have the Fool. What will happen if pile number 3 takes action? We have Judgment. What will happen if pile number 3 takes action? How many is that? That's too many. Too many. What will happen if pile number 3 takes action towards their dreams, Spirit? We have the Knight of Cups. What will happen if pile number 3 takes action towards their dreams? We have the Four of Cups. Let's get one more. What will happen? And we have the Four of Wands. Okay. So pile number 3. The first thing that I can tell you, pile number 3, is that this is going to be a very like new experience for you with the Fool being here. This is definitely something that it feels like it requires a leap of faith on your part. This is you completely stepping into a new experience, you fully having faith and trust in yourself to make this decision, to make this leap. Bottom of the deck, we do have the Tower energy, by the way. So yeah, this is a very pivotal, very big change for you. I feel like once you kind of step into this path and you are fully committed to it, like there's no turning back. It feels like there could be something that for some of you, like there might be like contracts that need to be signed or something like that, like some kind of a commitment that's on paper for some of you, like legal commitments. And that might be the reason why this is kind of like, once you're in, you're in. But if not, it just feels like, the Fool is a leap of faith. It's a new beginning. It's having trust in yourself, trust in the divine, and just this sense of freedom, So I feel like for a lot of you, it's a big leap. It's a big shift. It's something that's going to get you out of your comfort zone for sure. I'm hearing for some of you, this may require you to physically move locations. So that would also be like a very big pivotal change. And the Tower at the bottom of the deck, this is all about like sudden changes, sudden shifts. So and the Tower can honestly be pretty like catastrophic in some ways. It's just very sudden and unexpected. So, that's not to say that this is necessarily going to be catastrophic for you or anything. I just think it's going to be a very big, major shift that almost kind of happens like that, but in a good way, So we also have Judgment here. This is a card of spiritual awakenings, resurrections. It can also be a card of reflecting on the past. I feel like this path, pile number 3, I feel like it's something that you're really being guided to pursue. And I also feel like a very, I guess you could say like a divine protection with this path being here for you, pile number 3. This dream of yours, it does feel pretty protected by the divine, but it does feel like it really requires a leap of faith on your part. I'm seeing one card from one of my oracle decks where it says, just take the jump, the universe will catch you. Like that's what this feels like. Like it just requires you to take that leap of faith. And it's scary, I feel like for a lot of you, it's kind of a scary thing because it just feels so fresh and so new and it's getting you out of your comfort zone, So I am seeing that. Just take that leap and the universe will catch you. I feel like this is something that's kind of like divinely protected. And I also feel like you're divinely guided in this path, pile number 3. Now, the Knight of Cups being here, this is a card of pursuing your heart's desire. This can also be a card of offers, specifically love offers. So I kind of feel with the 4 of Cups being here, which is a card of boredom and apathy, not really being happy with what's being offered to you. I feel like for some of you, especially if you're going to be in the public eye in some kind of a way, you may be getting a lot of like love offers from people that you're just not interested in. That is also coming through for some of you who that makes sense, like you being in the public eye in some kind of a way. You may get a lot of romantic attraction and you may get a lot of like offers or like people in your DMs who are trying to get at you and you're just not interested. This can also just be, if that doesn't resonate, this could also just be you kind of taking things into your own hands, in the sense that you may be someone who's not very happy with your current state of being, with the things that are currently going on in your life or the opportunities that are currently being presented to you. There may be a sense of boredom right now. And I feel like by you pursuing this dream of yours, this is you taking things into your own hands. This is you taking charge of your life. And yes, it may be a little bit scary, because it does require this leap of faith, but I feel like you're going to get so much fulfillment out of it, especially emotional fulfillment. by you kind of just taking matters into your own hands and being like, I'm not happy with what's currently being presented to me. I'm going to pursue what my heart is calling me towards. I know it may be a drastic change. It may be sudden. It may be a little bit scary, but this is what I feel called to do. And I know that the universe and the divine has my back. That's what this feels like. That's what this energy feels like. And the Four of Wands, this is a card of celebration. It's also a card of stability. So I feel like, especially if you're moving, you'll definitely find like a really like good house or place to live that I feel like will really it'll be really stable, but also I just feel like your heart is going to really kind of pull you in the direction of this specific house or place to live. That's also a message that's coming through. It just feels like it's a part of you, if that makes sense. Like it's something that's going to fit you so well. Pile number 3. But also, like I said, this is a card of celebration. So I feel like by you pursuing this dream, you're definitely going to be successful. I feel like it's going to be scary, that leap of faith that's required on your part. But I do feel like you're going to reach a moment or a point of success here with the Four of Wands. And I feel like you're definitely going to be celebrated in some way. So, yeah, and also I'm kind of getting, for those of you who are single, because we do have that Knight of Cups, which can talk about love offers. You may, on this path, actually meet your potential spouse, your future spouse here. You may get a lot of other offers from people that you're not really interested in, but the Four of Wands can also speak of marriage. So I feel like for those of you who are specifically single, you may actually meet like a specific spouse after you take this leap of faith on this journey. And that message has come through, I think, again for like pile number 1, I think it was, of potentially meeting like a life partner through chasing your dreams. And I think part of that is just because you're kind of tapping into the most authentic version of yourself, and you're really raising your vibration by pursuing what your heart is pulling you towards. So it naturally just draws the people in that are meant to be in your life, the people that are an energetic match. And that includes like a future spouse, a life partner, as well as just like friends, your soul tribe is what's coming through. You may meet your soul tribe through pursuing this path as well. But it just feels like you will be moving out of an energy of boredom, of apathy, of just not being interested with what's being presented to you. And you're really taking matters into your own hands, and you're creating this success and this stability for yourself, and you're trusting in yourself. You're trusting in the divine, in the universe. So that's what's coming through. So let's go ahead and get into your oracle cards now. So you guys have, it's time to release negativity, full moon in Scorpio. So I feel like this is really going back to that Four of Cups, because that's, like I said, apathy, boredom, just not being interested. So some of you may be in a negative mind space when it comes to either like your current circumstances, and that might actually kind of be, it might have an impact on how you're kind of envisioning this dream of yours, of taking action on this dream. You could be in a space of feeling like, even if I do take action on this thing, like nothing works out, or like it's probably not going to work out. There's something about that coming through. Some of you may struggle with like lack mindsets when it comes to this dream specifically, because you're feeling so apathetic about life, and about what's happening in your current reality. So I feel like as you pursue this dream and you just take that action, that mindset and that energy is going to just dissipate. It's just going to dissolve. It's going to release any kind of negative thoughts that you may be having, negative energies that you may be kind of encompassing in your energy. And I also just feel like Spirit is telling you, like, it's time to release any kind of negative thoughts that you may be having, especially about this dream, about this path, any kind of lack mindsets, or just feeling like, even if you do pursue it, it's not going to work out. Anything like that you may be struggling with, pile number 3, it's time to release it. And I also feel like by you taking action, that will help you release it, because you're going to realize like, hey, I am capable of this. Oh, hey, like I can be successful doing doing this, or like this will work out for me. The universe and the divine does in fact have my back, you know? I'm hearing that some of you may struggle with feeling confident in the fact that like the universe and the divine has your back with certain things. You may feel like the universe and the divine are like just constantly sending you challenge after challenge, and like nothing good ever happens, or that's kind of coming through for some of you. Like you may struggle with that from time to time, but I feel like by you really pursuing this path, like that is going to be cleared. I feel this sense of like with judgment here, like it just feels like this renewed sense of faith is what I'm hearing. This sense of faith within yourself and within the divine and the universe is what's coming through. By you pursuing this path, I think you'll really realize that the universe does in fact have your back, and you just have to take that leap. Pile number 3. So let's see what else you have. You guys have Lion with control. If you have moderate aggressive impulses, this is an invitation to control your temper. You are encouraged to explore how to express your needs or thoughts more openly and constructively to reduce your level of frustration. Okay. Lion with control. I think this is coming through as like frustration with your current circumstances that I think is impacting like your willpower to take action towards your dreams, because like I said, it feels like some of you struggle with like thinking it won't work out, or it won't be successful, or like nothing ever goes right in your life. Like that's kind of what I'm feeling for some of you. Like that's something that you may struggle with, this sense of frustration. And so, you know, it kind of goes back to that it's time to release negativity. I feel like as you pursue this path and chase after this dream of yours, it's like all that negative energy just goes away. You know, it just dissolves, and you find more peace and balance within yourself, and you find more faith within yourself and in your abilities as well. Pile number 3. And even like this lion control, it's like, once again, you taking matters into your own hands, like you taking control of the situation, realizing that you have the power to turn things around. You know, if you're not happy with what's being presented to you, if you're not happy with how your life currently is, then you have to be the one to make that change. Pile 3. That's what's coming through. And I feel like as you do that, as you take control of the situation and you take that leap of faith, I feel like you will find just such a sense of peace, but also I feel like you're going to feel so proud of yourself. Pile number 3, for taking that action, for taking control of the situation and not allowing yourself to sit in an energy of boredom and apathy, you know? That's also what's coming through. I just feel a sense of like confidence that comes through from you pursuing this path, from you pursuing this dream. So that's really, really nice. It's like you channeling your energy into something constructive rather than destructive. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's a really nice message to come through here, but you do have to be the one to take that action. You know, it's not going to just fall into your lap, is what I'm being told. But I definitely think in terms of any kind of negativity that you may be harboring, that will kind of, you know, dissipate and dissolve as you pursue this path. Pile number 3. It does feel kind of like a fresh start for a lot of you with the Fool energy. And with the Tower, you know, this is releasing that negativity. This could even just be like your mindset, you know, kind of just starting over from scratch to build something that's more solid and more stable with the 4 of Wands. So yeah, that's really, really beautiful. Let's see what else we have. We have the Clover. Good tidings. I love that. So that means luck is on your side. Pile number 3. Oh my goodness. Luck is on your side. You may not even feel like it is, though. I'm hearing like some of you may feel like you just constantly have bad luck. And I feel like Spirit wants you to know that this dream of yours that you're thinking about pursuing is like protected. Like I was saying, it feels protected. It feels divinely orchestrated in some way. And like this path will bring you such immense amounts of good luck that, you know, I feel like that's what helps restore your faith in yourself and in the divine, in the universe. So that's really nice. I feel like some of you may needed to hear that this path is in fact protected, and, you know, this is not going to lead you to nowhere, you know, like this is definitely going to lead you to success and stability. And it's protected, you know, I feel that very strongly. Like this is a path, a dream that is protected, and it will definitely bring in, by you taking action, it will definitely bring in a lot of good luck into your life, because you're also releasing this negative energy and making space for the new good energy that is awaiting you, pile number 3. Very beautiful energy. So we're also going to take a look at this card here. I asked Spirit, is there anything else that you need to know regarding this path, regarding taking action towards your dreams? And you guys, wow, freedom. You're free to do what you choose. That is beautiful, pile number 3. Because like I said, I feel like some of you kind of feel like stuck a little bit in that 4 of Cups, like stuck in an energy of not being happy, not being satisfied with what's being offered to you or what you have. And Spirit is saying you're free to do what you choose. You have the freedom to take action. You have the freedom to start over. You have the freedom to build something new for yourself. You know, you just have to release that negativity that's keeping you stuck, you know? There are good things out there for you, and it's this dream that you're dreaming of, you know? So yeah, that's a beautiful message. You're free to do what you choose. And once again, I feel like some of you really needed to hear that you are free to do what you choose. You can do whatever your heart is calling you towards, pile number 3. And I feel like there's success, you know? There's success, there's stability, there's good luck. So you're able to do whatever your heart desires, pile number 3. That's what you came here to do. You came here to do whatever your heart desires. And like I said, it can be scary because we do have the Fool, and that's a leap of faith, which can definitely be scary, especially if you've been kind of stuck or stagnant or sitting in a particular space for a long time. And Spirit is saying it's time for you to spread those wings and fly. Very, very beautiful. So yes, you are free to do what you choose. You can do whatever you're wanting to do, pile number 3. So let's go ahead and take a look at your last 2 tea leaves here. So you guys have Horse with short journey. So I feel like this is going back to, like I was saying, I feel like some of you may be moving. So it might not be like a drastic, huge, like across the world move, but you may be moving to like a new state or a new city. Something like that. Or it could even just be like a new house within the same city, you know. Something about that is coming through as well. A short journey. I'm trying to see if I'm getting any other messages with this card here. I think that's really what that's referencing, that some of you will be moving. And it won't be like a super far move, you know, like you won't necessarily be changing countries, unless there's like a country that you're moving to that's like literally right next to your country and it's not that far away from where you currently reside. But I just feel like for a lot of you, you know, this is speaking to that, you changing residences. And we also have a carrot with opportunity or windfall. So I feel like this dream of yours, pile number 3, is definitely an opportunity that Spirit is not wanting you to miss. Once again, you know, this is something that you have to be proactive in taking action on. This isn't something that's going to just fall into your lap. And I do feel like for some of you, it's like a window of time. It almost kind of feels like, I don't want to say expiration date, but it does kind of feel like there's an expiration date when it comes to this. I feel like when you're watching this video, this is like a very opportune time for you to take action on this dream. Like, I just feel like there's a window open and Spirit really wants you to catch it, you know? There's a lot of good luck, I feel, that's trying to come in, but you have to be open to it. You have to be receptive to it. So it kind of just feels like, you know, you have to be the one to take that action, to take that leap. And that's the opportunity that's being presented to you. So this is an opportunity or a windfall. It's up to you, pile number 3. This dream that you're asking about, it's an opportunity or a windfall. If you take this opportunity, if you make this leap of faith, it's going to lead you to success and stability. But if you don't, you're going to remain in an energy of apathy, of boredom, and like I feel just dreaming about what could have been, you know? That's not to say that there won't be other opportunities. Of course, there's always going to be opportunities in life. But I feel like with whatever you're asking about, Spirit wants you to take this opportunity now. That way you don't miss this most opportune time where this good luck is headed your way in taking action towards this dream. Pile number 3. And that's not to say that you can't take action on it later. You know, I definitely think you could, but I feel like what's happening is like now is the time for you to go about this dream with the least amount of resistance, is what I'm feeling. So even if you took action on this dream at a later date, you might be met with more challenges and opposition than you would if you just do it right now, is what I'm feeling, pile number 3. So of course it's up to you, but I would definitely suggest that, you know, you just take matters into your own hands, you release negativity, and, you know, you go after your dream. Because I do feel like, you know, Spirit wants you to do that. It's time for you to spread those wings, pile number 2, and experience freedom. So that is all I'm seeing for you today, pile number 3. I do hope that this reading was helpful and that it resonated for you. If it did, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!